Here we go, guys. We're going to go over quiz, this quiz on linear and quadratic functions. Probably going to make two presentations out of this. First one's probably just going to be on the multiple choice, and I want to spend a little bit of time on them because you're going to have multiple choice on every coming up quiz or test because invariably in the midterm, the final is going to be 50% multiple choice, and that reason for that is because your AP exam next year will be 50% multiple choice, and we're going to get you ready on that. So here we go. Okay, find the inverse of the linear function. Okay, any function, linear function in the form mx plus b, its inverse is x minus b over m, or 1 over m x minus b over m, which says that the slope is the reciprocal for inverses. So we're looking for the one that fits this mold here, which is going to be e. The inverse is x plus 3 over 2. Okay, that idea was carried over into the next problem, all right, where you were asked to find the uh, average rate of change of the composition of one linear function and its inverse. Okay, the average rate of change for any linear function is nothing more than the slope. But first we got to do the composition. But prior to that, we got to find the inverse of g. G is here, cx plus d. Its inverse, according to the previous problem, what you should have already known, is 1 over c times x minus d over m. And what's 1 over d over c, because it's the slope, which was c. Okay, so looking at that, uh, we say, okay, what's the composition of fg inverse? Well, okay, we go to uh, f and we replace the x with this expression 1 over c x minus d over c. Okay, here again we're going to change that c, but it doesn't really matter because once you can see, when you put that in, the new coefficient of x is going to be a over c, which is going to be our average rate of change. Okay, number 3, which of the following is not true for the parabola f of x equals x squared minus 8x. So I want to get a picture of that a little bit ahead of time. X squared minus 8x, find its intercepts, which are at the origin and an 8. Simple enough. The parabola is opening upward. So this is generalized shape of that parabola right there. Let's see. Is it have a minimum point? Is it the lowest point on the curve? Its vertex point? Yes, it is. Okay. Um, does it pass through 0, -8? No, it passes through the origin. So that one is gone. Okay, that's the solution B, or it's the one that's not true. You can validate that the others are true. Okay, number 4, which of the following represents a quadratic function having no solutions, that is no x-intercepts? Okay, how does it end up having no x-intercepts? Two possible ways, right? One is that you have the vertex as a low point opening upward in the upper two quadrants, offering you no x-intercepts. Okay, the second is you have the vertex in the lower two quadrants opening downward, having no x-intercepts. So each of these functions, as expressed here, offers you the vertex and the direction of the flow of the parabola by the leadoff coefficient there. Okay, so that therefore, if you look at them, you luck out with A, because A is with the vertex in the 4 quadrant here at 4, -2 and opening downward. So you luck out with that as your answer right away. Okay, number 5. Um, again, a follow-up on that parabolas and vertices and direction of flow of the parabola. We look at it, we say, okay, for which of the following is the range of the function from the low point, from the vertex point to infinity, from the vertex point to infinity. Okay, so that means that it has to be a low, it has to be the lowest point on the curve opening upward. Okay, as opposed to the highest point on the curve opening downward, okay, in which case uh, the range would be from negative infinity to up to that. Okay, so we look at it again. We're trying to find the function uh, who's uh, at a low point and opening upward. Uh, A is out because it opens downward. Okay. Um, uh, B is out because it's opening downward. Over here, the coefficient is negative, which again says coefficient of x squared is negative, which is opening downward. This is the only one. D has a positive coefficient of x squared opening upward. Okay, so we're going to call it quits with this video and come back and talk about the rest of it in the next. Okay.